Okay. Trying a new format for my Fitcheck, and I might as well make a sort of pre-workout protein shake. I'll make a couple of them actually. But first, do the Fitcheck. Why am I doing a Fitcheck? A lot of it has to do with just getting back into shape. So I want to keep a record of how fit I'm able to get. And even though I'm doing some weightlifting and stuff, I'm also going to be doing a whole lot of VR. Primarily, I'm going to be using video games to work out. So I'd really like to have a before and after. I'm going to challenge myself to do exercise every single day for 90 days. I got a little underbike pedaler and I already burned like 300 calories with that, and I just set it up yesterday. So let me do one more little Fitcheck thing here, since that's the whole purpose of this. Just show, you know, I'd really like to be more advanced with it. Even though, you know, I'd like to have on swim trunks, and even though it's a little weird, I'd like to even do a Fitcheck like in a Speedo, so that I can really show my thighs and like butt and how much weight I'm losing from that, because I'm doing a lot of leg workouts now. So that's probably sufficient. Probably sufficient. Yeah, I mean, even if I suck it in, no definition in here, I've got too much extra weight on my body, and I've even got some weight down here. So, you know, I've got butt and thighs. I know I've got extra weight there too. So anyway, my plan is to do a daily Fitcheck. Something that I've wanted to do for a long time also is to make some sort of a vegan support thing. So I'm going to be doing my Fitcheck, and then I'm going to be getting protein. I think I already said that. Pretty sure I said that. Okay, oh well. So I do need water. I don't have water in here. Alright, 1 second. 1 second. Get some water outside the door. Okay. Got it. So, yeah, I'm just going to down a whole bunch of protein, as close to 100 grams of protein as I possibly can. Alright, so you need a mixie cup. You need some kale. This is just frozen chopped kale, very inexpensive. Alright, so lots of kale. It's up to like here. Put away my kale. This is the green primate drink, if I had to call it something. This is what you need to have every day to keep up with your primate nutrition. Make it so you can have healthy adrenals and healthy steroid production within your own body. Okay, so sorry, what I'm doing now, hemp protein, just putting a few scoops in there. This whole thing is only going to be like 10 grams of protein, or well, 15 or 20 maybe. So I got that. Now I've got cricket powder. So primates usually eat a whole lot of greens, and then not as many bugs, but I think just because bugs take up less mass. But as far as I can tell, primates usually eat a whole ton of greens and then supplement their diets with a lot of bugs and different various types of fruits and roots and things like that. You know, you're not just going to get all your nutrients from greens, but you're going to get a lot of nutrients that you need from greens. I don't know if people realize that greens, especially kale, is chock full of some of the strongest collagen that this planet has. So I got hemp, I got cricket powder, now I've got a greens powder. And I know I'm touting this as vegan. I just have to tell you that I don't think eating bugs cancels out my vegan diet. We are omnivorous. I just don't think that there's a huge portion of our omnivorous habits that are meant to be carnivorous. I think we're meant to be herbivorous and insectivorous. I don't think that we're so much meant to have any of our diet if more than... Anyway, it seems that primates very seldom eat meat or eggs or dairy, and they're massive. They have huge muscles. They're getting their protein from somewhere. I'm sure that there are differences in the digestive tract, but as far as I know, they have a short and long intestine. Anyway, I'll get to it. This is the good part. I'm going to mix this up. So this is kale, water. Oh, I almost forgot something. Now, it's preferable to use a whole lemon. Since I don't have a whole lemon, I just have some organic lemon juice, and I'll pour a splash of that in the top there. This is a vital step. So an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Easy way to do that. Unsweetened applesauce. There goes an apple. And I had a banana before the stream. Oh, geez. Oh, okay. I don't have to open the chat. I can see my stats from here. 0, 0, 0. 0 watchers. If I saw somebody that was actually watching it, then I'd pop open the chat and see if anybody's commenting. This is, these types of things take time. You know, if I do this Fitcheck every day, even for 30 days, if there's some noticeable difference, or if I'm getting more fit, then I might have something to show that could draw people to the channel, and people might end up watching this. You know, that's my thoughts on it, is I want people to watch this. I was going to say that. That's some green goodness mixing up in there. Sorry about that. I know the volume on that. The volume on that must be really bad. Sorry. Not sure what to do about that. I'd have to mute the volume or something. Okay. This is not... Even though I highly, highly recommend this to every single human on the planet every single day. And if you have a citrus, hemp, any allergies like that, you know, I just don't know what to say to you. But one thing I forgot to mention, the greens powder, very important, has spirulina. Very important stuff. Okay. Down the hatch. Woo! Yeah, don't listen to these sellouts, these fakes and sellouts saying this greens or that greens. It doesn't matter. I mean, you get hemp, you get cricket powder, you get greens powder. It's hard to go wrong. I wouldn't order some suspicious looking brand. I mean, there's not, you know, in the U.S., there's probably only a handful of reputable brands, really. I mean, when it gets to the cricket powder, I've only really found one brand I order from Amazon for cricket powder and for any bugs. All right, down the hatch. Ah! Whoo! The lemon helps. I wish I could say it was tasty. This is more of a, you know you need it. Like, you have to have it. Ooh. All your cartilage and joints. Your entire fibric system interweaving throughout your body. The sort of underlying fabric of what keeps you together is desperate for this. Absolutely desperate for it. The reason that I'm almost 40, play video games, play music, and practice boxing, and have absolutely zero carpal tunnel arthritis or any symptoms of it is because of this. You can't continuously stress your cartilage, joints, bones, etc. without getting the right nutrients. And I don't know enough to tell you that this gives me all my nutrients. Somewhere I think I'm getting all my nutrients. I don't have it all like laid out item by item. Okay, finish up this. I have more protein to drink. But yeah, I don't even know if it's 20 grams of protein on paper right there. It might be 20 grams of protein on paper based on how much I put in there. I'd feel safer estimating that my green protein one is about 15 grams of protein. Now, I do something a little tastier, a little fresher, if you may. I'm just going to take some almond milk, unsweetened almond milk. I'm going to put a bunch in there. Then I'm going to take plant-based protein powder, chocolate. A scoop of that is 20 grams of protein. Okay, a scoop of this. Great. 30 grams, but that's probably 2 scoops. It's got to be 2 scoops. Part of the thing peeled off. So I'm going to say 1 scoop is 15. Call that 35. And that's what that looks like. Now get the lid on and we'll get going. Spin this up. What's going on here? There it is. That's all it needs. Okay, so that's 35. And it's pretty good. It's a little strong. It's a lot of powder. But after the greens drink, this is good. It's sweet. Oh. There goes 35 grams of protein. So now I'm at 50 grams of protein. Let's see. 1 scoop puts me up to 70. Oh. 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 Okay. I've got glucosamine, chondroitin, alpha-lipoic acid, shiitake mushrooms, and fenugreek seed. I'm gonna take those. Why not? Do I recommend supplements? I mean, the best I've ever felt in my life, I was taking a handful of supplements at least 3 to 4 times a week. I wasn't doing it every single day, but there were some that I would take every day, like cayenne pepper and turmeric, things like that. So the whole supplement industry is very shaky, untrustworthy and stuff, but with my workout routine and nutrition, I find that supplementing is good, that it works good. So I'm at I'm at 70 grams of protein. I need another 30 grams. I'm going to save my fruit. Save my fruit for later. I'll make one more chocolate. One more chocolate vanilla. And this time with some oatmeal in it. Alright, just a little bit of the oatmeal. Get some good complex carbs mixing in there. Yeah, 1 scoop is 15. Plus 1 scoop, which is 20. Okay. Here we go. Ooh. Just like a sludge. Pretty tasty, but it's definitely a sludge. So, there's no limit to how much protein you can get in one meal. If you work out your body a lot, if muscles all over your body need protein, that's where you can have hundreds of grams of protein. For a lot of people living a sedentary lifestyle, you're not using much protein. Like your protein requirements are much lower, I would think, than somebody even getting a normal amount of exercise, even somebody going for a walk or a jog each day. If you have a very sedentary sort of lifestyle, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to get all that protein anyway. Ugh. I'll be at 100 grams very soon. 105 grams. That's a good spot to be at. Give my body lots and lots of nutrients to work with. Oh, make it so all the work I do really can pay off. Yeah. Ooh. Mm. It's a lot of stuff to put in your body. Don't get me wrong. By the time I'm done having all this, like before I started drinking these, I'm like, woo, I'm ready to go. Now I'm like, oh gosh, I could sit down. Maybe I could take a nap and let this protein process a little bit. Oh dear. Okay. Oh. No, it's just a lot to put in your body all at once. But as I said, there is a key. There are keys to building up very strong muscles and having healthy steroidal production within your own body. Your body has not one, not two, but 3 places that it produces steroids. So, if you're healthy, maybe you can tap into that steroid production. I think with the right diet, you can definitely unlock some good steroid production. I've been accused, not a lot, but I was accused of being on steroids, not because I was so big, but because I was just very muscly. Uh, Lots of definition and stuff. I mean, people just don't understand that you can have a diet that lets you look that way. Doesn't mean you're going to be miserable either. The thing is, after that, I can't really think about food. And the way that that makes me feel versus eating some kind of traditional breakfast or something like that, oh my gosh. If I tried to get 100 grams of protein from eating eggs and meat and stuff, it would clog up my arteries. I'd get so much saturated fat. In the process of getting that much protein from meat and dairy sources, I'm going to get so much stuff that I don't want that you might as well throw that protein away. It's going to be so much fat and so much just weird, gross stuff. And then on top of it, your body's just not compatible with that stuff. Like, yes, we can eat it, but your body and your digestive tract, your stomach, it's not a catch-all. Omnivore doesn't mean that you can eat anything successfully. The idea that humans like, oh, we just put anything in our bodies because we're magic. No, certain things have certain nutrients. They digest in certain ways. It doesn't really matter what you believe. It doesn't really matter. You think humans ate meat. Well, so what? The data shows that eating meat, especially in modern day, causes a lot of illnesses. Very bad illnesses. Illnesses that start to develop fairly early on. They start to affect your energy levels, and it's just very unrealistic to think that humans spent any lengthy amount of time evolving and eating primarily meat. I don't think that we ever ate primarily meat until we set up the means of production and, society, civilization, everything caught up to a certain point. And yeah, I think in recent modern history we've switched over and there's more and more people who eat primarily meat. Their diet would be 50% or more of meat and dairy items. And then that's associated with higher rates of cancer, heart disease, diabetes, the list goes on. Of course, one of the number one things that people always say is, well, if you're a vegan, where do you get your protein? There we go, 105 grams. And after doing that bit of talking, like, I'm already feeling less discombobulated from putting all of that in my body. By the time I move around, yeah, there we go. That helped a lot. By the time I get to moving around and doing my VR thing, I'll be looking good. So I want to do this real quick. Wow. That can't be right. You gotta be kidding me. Is it possible that I just gained 5 pounds from drinking that? There's no way. There's no possible way. $191.6. I don't believe that. I don't believe that's possible. How many of those did I have? 3 of those plus one of the kale things. I guess it could have been like 5 pounds of stuff I just consumed. That's wild. I swear I checked my weight right before I did this Fitcheck, and it was at like 186, and now it's 191. So that's fun. Yeah, so stretching, that's really important. If I want to talk after the Fitcheck, I should be doing some kind of stretching too. Okay. Ooh. Ow. Yeah. Okay. Very soon, on to the exercising. Might as well throw around some weights a little bit. Ooh, there we go. Ooh. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, still need to stretch. Okay. Yes, very shortly I'll be doing a Fitcraft stream. It's my Minecraft hardcore challenge. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it for now. All that stuff probably processes pretty easy, all ground up and put in a powder form like that. I swear I've felt protein from that kind of thing before, like very quickly, much more quickly than it would make sense to actually be feeling any effects of consuming that. Ooh. So that's a good fit check. Nice long fit check. Talk about myself. What am I doing right now? I'm just starting to get back into exercising with all the VR stuff. I've been doing it off and on, but I really wanted to do it as like a New Year's resolution. So, you know, it would be really cool if I could make some progress and be able to show you the results and be able to say, hey, look, here's what I looked like 30 days ago, 60 days ago, 90 days ago, a year ago. And the other thing I want to do, other than doing VR stuff, I have an exercise bike, and I'll just play some games with the controller while sitting on the exercise bike. But then I also just got a mini pedaler thing. It's very low profile. It fits under the desk, and I'm able to pedal. I think I mentioned this because, yeah, like 300 calories I already burned with that, and I just had it set up yesterday. So it's really, really incredible. It's definitely life-changing, really. And I'm not overstating that, because when you distract yourself for a few hours a day sitting at a computer, if you replace that couple hours with a time where you're burning calories rather than just sitting there, and I mean your body doesn't like that. Not good. Not good for your body to just sit there. And it's really not good for your joints and stuff to be just going like this. So if you can get some VR stuff in and be moving around, upper body stuff, and moving and doing things, then you do a little pedaling. I mean, hey, play play a game on the computer and play a VR game each day. I'd like to see what the results of that would be after 30 days. I'd like to see what the results of that would be even after a couple weeks. Because really, there's not going to be much to compare to it. And you can replace my workout routines with visits to the gym, but it's going to be hard to just kind of distract yourself and be doing good uh, cardio with different variations and stuff. Maybe you're on an exercise bike, maybe you're on a treadmill, but I don't know. I don't want to knock the gym too much just because I am not so crazy about gyms. I think it's better to have some home workout equipment and just get in the habit of doing it yourself. But I really like to veg out, watch TV, play video games. So for me, that makes total sense. Is you've got your smart TV and you go on some streaming thing and you veg out watching that stuff. Well, if you have an exercise bike or if you have some weights, then you can get up, lift some weights, do a quick set. And if you have like an under the desk pedaling thing, that's the perfect solution, because as long as you have enough room in front of where you sit, you can put that pedaler there and you can pedal from just about anywhere. I did have a little bit of an issue from like the chair I'm sitting in at the computer, like it pushes back. But once I find the right distance and stuff, I'm not having to reach too far for the keyboard. You know, I do have to sit back a little bit, and sometimes I have to pedal it. I'll pedal it a little bow-legged so that my knees, you know, they're not straight up and hitting the desk. If they're kind of at the side, it gives me more clearance. But it really, form is the last thing I'm worried about when I'm pedaling, because I'm going to sit there and gain weight and get unhealthy and demotivated. Burning those calories has a huge difference in how motivated I feel. And even though my legs are like tired, they're good tired. They're like, I can tell that I'm alive because I actually used my legs. And that's cool. But I think everybody should get the chance to be healthy, and I think there's way too many people where you don't really see how they get fit. And people do use a lot of drugs. They use lots of weight loss drugs. People use a lot of steroids and stuff like that. So if I can manage to get into good shape and lose the weight without doing any of that and having fun doing it, well, yeah, I definitely need to share that. I did it a long time ago, years ago, using Beat Saber and some other stuff like on PSVR 1. And I had some incredible before and after, but I don't feel like I put on a whole lot of muscle, and I want to put on the muscle. I don't think that it's any kind of a problem to be doing weightlifting, to say, well, you have your VR, get some basic sort of hand weights, and really, really complete your workout that way. Because the cardio and all that stuff, moving your arms, that's one thing that's getting your blood flowing and everything. And it is going to develop your muscles like a lot. But to build up mass, like strength training, you want to do some strength training also on top of whatever sort of cardio type fitness stuff you're doing. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this fit check. I really enjoyed talking to you, talking to no one, as it seems, on this live stream. But a lot of this is for posterity, just to show that on February 21st, 2025, this is in fact what I looked like, and this is in fact what my body looked like, and I did in fact make this much progress in this much time. I live streamed it each time. How are you going to argue with that? You're going to say that, I mean, it's one thing if I do one live stream, but if I live stream every single day, how are you going to argue with it? How are you going to say I faked it? If I show a very gradual increase in my muscle mass and stuff, how are you going to say at that point that that's steroids? I'd be able to say, that's not steroids, that's 3 months of hard work, or 6 months of hard work, or a year of hard work, or even, you know, like just lots of work anyway. It's ridiculous. I don't think that people should have to use steroids. It might be a little late in life for me to be thinking about putting on a whole lot of mass, but I don't have to be super massive. If I have a good physique and good musculature, I think that'll be enough just right there. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to set up a live stream for doing probably Fitgraft. That's what I'm leaning towards. Because last time I did Fitgraft, oh well, I'll talk about Fitgraft when I do the Fitgraft stream. How's that sound? Alright. Well, thanks for tuning in. And take care.